Today, you are watching Binston's channel. However, it's a however compilation. We are playing Super Mario Odyssey GeoGuessr. However, what I did not tell you all is that this is my April Fool's video.
No.
However, there is one more thing we have left to do in the Sand Kingdom. Say it with me in chat if you know what it is. Put on that motherfucking cowboy hat. I'm not technically a bird right now. However, I feel like the bird would want me to grab this. Don't you all? Today, I'm gonna be playing through Super Mario Odyssey. However, I'm going to be finding all of your custom moons. Okay, got it. That was a very clever hint art. However, I'm a little bit of a chess genius. CJ is mad. However, all part of the plan. Dog collar. Also, my appearance fee is going down. This is awesome, and it's a Pokio. We're going to Seaside. However, I will say it's breaking the continuity a little bit because Smollett had not said dog collar at that point. We were playing Super Mario Odyssey Taskmaster. However, now I did say at the beginning of the day, no Googling. However, that's such a good Yoshi. Odyssey, however. This is a cool stream idea. However, it'd be much cooler if it was blue. Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, Super Mario Odyssey. However, fitting for you. It just, you know, it might not give me that spark of new hat.
I can hear a however on the tip of your tongue right now, so.
I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to accidentally send off a cascade of howevers in chat. And they all answered red. However, my favorite color is purple. However,
What?
he has been driving laps as a taxi the entire time. I am, however, still a thief, so thank you for the good goods. However, there are non-believers in chat, and they've told me to eat and die in a video game. Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However,
Today!
what?
Sorry, I meant to say however. I'm sorry.
Okay. Agent 18 has returned. However, that fish did not die from a golden Goomba. However, Dangers, I didn't see you kill a second turtle. Taskmaster in Super Mario Odyssey.
However.
You don't have to say however. However, when I say Moarf23 says, you gotta do what I says.
All the information is in the task.
However, it's not.
However, I did say at the very beginning of this, no alternate save files. However, I think that, oh my God, I almost just died in real life. CJ, you didn't yell however. Are you okay? Today, we're playing Super Mario Odyssey. However,
Just me this time?
there's an imposter among us. However, CJ Yacht is the detective. Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey GeoGuessr.
However. Super Mario Odyssey. However, today we objectify Morph.
Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey GeoGuessr. However, usually we'd split up into two different calls. However, I am a bit of a prankster here. You're all gonna be staying in the same call.
Today, we are playing Mario Odyssey Hide and Seek. However,
we're playing Super Mario Odyssey Hide and Seek. However, we all have portals. However, I need every single one of you to spam flowers in the chat. Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey Hide and Seek. However, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, anytime I bonk and or take damage, I will be teleported somewhere completely random in the game. Fork room, however, is a very bonk-prone area. However, last night in the middle of the night, my cousin Trent did come into my room, and he said,
The visions are back, Moarf23.
we're not gonna fight the mech. However, we do have to fight Spewer and Rango. However, this is just the first of 3. However, I know if I grab this triple moon, it's gonna crash the game. However, I don't have a coin. All I have on my desk is this copy of Mario Party Jamboree for the Nintendo Switch. I will now flip it. However, I would still argue that Wendy's is better. Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, I cannot touch the color yellow.
However, crouch with Mario and shake the Cappy controller at the same time.
We are playing Super Mario Odyssey Hide and Seek. However, mine and CJ's relationship has been a little bit rocky as of late. However, I must destroy all worms. Today, Today, we're playing Super Mario Odyssey. However,
However, I misjudged where you went into the
Super Mario Odyssey. However, the game has been fully randomized. However, there's something inside me, brain worms. They're making me do it. This video, I'm speedrunning Super Mario Odyssey. However, every time I collect a moon, it completely randomizes Mario's speed. Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, as you can see down in the corner, Binston has introduced gambling. 34 coins down the drain. However, we are finally awarded one single moon. However, I know something that could cheer me up almost instantaneously, and that's betting it all on red. Come on, baby!
Oh, so you're finally taking the hats off.
Yes, I'm not wearing any hats right now.
Bald.
Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, today you will become hitmen. However, on the flip side, we're playing Super Mario Odyssey hide and seek. However, we are going to be hiding as captures to send you. You cannot move until you guess correctly what it is. However, if you make an incorrect guess, I will spin the wheel of punishments. That was creative enough that I am giving you first place. However, there is not.
Yeah.
However, OZL's is slightly longer. It reaches all the way to the top of the shrine.
However,
We haven't even started yet. We're just starting with howevers. Today we're playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, there is an imposter among us. 5 speedrunners are gonna be running through Super Mario Odyssey. However, every single kingdom, I'm gonna be sending them little tasks, little objectives that I need them to do.
However, why is no one else doing the task? Oh, Billy's mad. He's meowing in the hallway.
He's trying to yell however, but he doesn't have the vocal cords to do it.
Meowever.
What I'm trying to figure out is whoever is the imposter.
you do, CJ.
I said however, and I died in the purple room, and I failed Snowgram.
Everyone did go to Yoshi's Island at the exact same time. However, one person is not wearing the outfit. Today, we are playing hide and seek in Super Mario Odyssey. However, we already did that part for her. Round 1 is starting. We already did it for her.
3806.
Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey Prop Hunt. However, we're playing sardines.
Are you shaving your beard?
However, I don't like the outfit. I don't like the way it looks. Today, we're playing Super Mario Odyssey Lockout Bingo.
However, I'm gonna be playing My Little Writing Champion
You're
Bingo.
not. However, somebody murdered me.
It's reasonable to me.
However,
My legacy lives on.
they all have murderous intent in their eyes. However, only one of these people could have killed the mayor.
However, ChatGPT has a whole list of things for us to do. It does, however, feel quite familiar to me. I feel like I'm home again. If I ever can't find out where to go, I can just walk around because it's a 3D plane and it's meant to be played that way. However, I am worried about the same problem as the 2D level is falling platforms because I'm sure they're going to do it again. However, I'm a grippy, slippy, anti-slip boy and I never fall in the water. I did, however, have to craft my own crafting table about it. We will be honoring all alligators that we find in the game. However, I will only be using Fuecoco for battles. Today, we're going to be playing Sonic Adventure 2. However, if I collect one single ring, except for a few here and there that are unavoidable, I'm going to be collecting those ones. I will be ending it all. Not the live stream or the video, but I'm gonna restart the level so that I gotta do it again. Today, we're gonna be doing Super Mario Odyssey. However, I'm gonna beat the entire game without jumping a single time. We're gonna be playing Super Mario Sunshine. However, we're gonna be speedrunning it. Unavoidable waters. However, every single time you enter into Peanut Park, it drops you into some ankle-deep water. Oh no, he would have been a friend. However, my decision has been made. Fellas, we're gonna be doing Bowser's Fury. However, we're not gonna be jumping a single time. Hey, we're gonna be doing Super Mario 3D World. However, we're not gonna be collecting any coins. We're gonna be playing Super Mario 64. However, we'll be playing as Sonic the Hedgehog. However, there's one more creature that resides within these walls. We are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, we will not be collecting a single coin. Today, we are going to be doing Breath of the Wild. However, we're not going to be using any weapons, bows, or bombed. Technically at 100,000 subscribers yet. However, I'm gonna get there eventually. So why don't you just give me the silver play button now? I know this may seem like the end. However, the timer's still going. I can eat cheese from anywhere. I'm a cheese god. Today, we're gonna be playing Minecraft. However, it's gonna be the Minecraft 2023 April Fool's update, which she has 4 little piranhas cubuses that all depend on her to provide food. However, she is slightly blocking my triple jump. Today, we're gonna be playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, we have shadow clones chasing us. Today, we're gonna be playing Pokemon Emerald. However, it's not any normal Pokemon Emerald. You hear me? Waggles my little finger at you. We're gonna be doing Sonic Adventure 2. However, Sonic is gonna be very teeny weeny. Today, we're doing Minecraft speed run. However, things are gonna get a little bit goofy. We're gonna be playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, we're gonna be playing through the entire game as Bowser. We are gonna be playing Super Mario 64. However, it's gonna be all randomized. Like we're listening to some right now. What the heck? However, I couldn't find good speakers in the marketplace. However, this time we're playing 9 rounds. However, I kind of want to get Binston first. I kind of want to lock him out of a win early. Today, we're gonna be playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, it is not normal Super Mario Odyssey. Die, but the platform that goes up, however, that one could make me alive. Today, we're doing Super Mario Sunshine. However, there will not be a single ounce of hovering in this speedrun. Okay, so it definitely wants me to do a puzzle here. However, that seems kind of hard. Today, we are going to be playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, as you can see, I'm a little fishy boy right now. Today, we are playing Super Mario Odyssey. However, if I die to the spirit flight, I will be dying in real life. Here we go.